7 powerful signs that show a guy has feelings for you. Have you ever had that feeling that maybe, just maybe, someone in your life likes you more than they are letting on? Maybe it's the way they look at you, the way they linger in conversation, or how they always seem to just happen to be around. Well, in this video, we're pulling back the curtain and revealing 7 powerful signs that could mean a guy secretly has feelings for you. Some of these signs are so subtle that if you're not looking for them, you'll miss them completely. Love isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides in the smallest gestures, a glance, a choice of words, even a pause in a text message. The tricky part, people are experts at disguising their emotions, especially if they are afraid of rejection or ruining a friendship. So, today we're going to break down the signs one by one so you'll know exactly what to look for. The hardest part about figuring out someone's feelings is dealing with mixed signals. One moment they are leaning in, smiling, and making you feel like you're the only person in the room. The next, they are distant or act like nothing happened. This push and pull can be exhausting and leave you wondering, am I imagining this, or is there really something there? The truth is, you're not overthinking. There are real clues. You just need to know where to find them. Sign 1. His body language gives him away. A man can try to control his words, but his body will often spill the truth. When he likes you, his whole presence leans toward you, literally. His torso faces your direction, his feet point toward you, and he often closes the space between you without even realizing it. Watch for mirroring. If you sip your drink, he might do the same a moment later. If you cross your legs, he may follow suit. This subconscious mimicry happens because his brain is trying to match your rhythm and build a silent bond. Another clue, dilated pupils, longer eye contact, and lingering smiles. These aren't rehearsed. They are physiological reactions to attraction. If you notice, he also straightens up or adjusts his clothing when you walk into the room. That's his way of unconsciously trying to impress you. Sign 2. He remembers the little things. Interest sharpens memory. If he recalls things you've said in passing, your favorite snack, the name of your childhood pet, the story you told once about a funny family trip. That's not random. A man with feelings will store these details because you matter to him and he wants to create moments that feel personal. For example, if you once joked about loving a certain brand of chocolate, don't be surprised if it suddenly shows up as a casual gift. Even more telling is when he brings up something you told him weeks or months ago. That shows he's not just hearing your words, he's holding on to them. Sign 3, his communication changes around you. Men don't just talk differently when they like someone, they engage differently. He might text you good morning without any real reason other than wanting to start your day on a positive note. Or maybe he finds excuses to message you about small things, a funny meme, a random question, or something that reminded him of you. When you're face to face, he might speak more warmly, lean into playful teasing, or use your name more often. Saying your name in conversation is a subtle intimacy. It makes the moment feel more personal and connects the two of you emotionally. If he's shy, his texts might be longer than his usual style, or he might take extra time to reply because he's carefully choosing his words. Either way, there's an intentionality that doesn't happen with just anyone. Sign 4. He's vulnerable with you. Opening up is a risk. When a guy starts sharing parts of himself that aren't public knowledge, fears, insecurities, past heartbreaks, or big dreams, it's a sign he trusts you deeply. He might talk about challenges he's facing at work, a family issue, or even something from his childhood that shaped him. This isn't casual conversation. It's a form of emotional intimacy. Most men keep their guard up, especially around people they are not close to. So, if you see him setting that guard aside with you, it's a huge indicator that you're special to him. Sign 5. He goes out of his way for you. When a guy has feelings for you, you'll notice he invests both time and effort. Two things people don't give freely unless they truly care. Sure, he might help you carry a heavy box or offer to fix something for you, but the real magic is in the pattern. If he consistently shows up when you need help, even when it's inconvenient for him, that's a strong sign his feelings run deeper. It might be big gestures like driving across town late at night just to pick you up when your car breaks down. Or it might be smaller everyday things. Grabbing your favorite drink without you asking, rearranging his schedule so he can spend more time with you, or lending you his jacket because you mentioned feeling cold. The key is initiative. He's not doing these things because you asked. He's doing them because he wants to. Actions like these say, "I'm paying attention to your needs and I want to make your life easier." That's not just kindness. That's affection speaking without words. Sign 6. He gets protective. When a guy cares about you, he becomes tuned into your comfort, safety, and emotional well-being, even in situations where you might not notice. This isn't about being possessive or controlling. It's about his natural instinct to look out for you. Maybe he walks you to your car at night, subtly positions himself between you and a crowded street, or slows his pace to match yours when you're walking together. It could also be emotional protection, like stepping in when someone makes you uncomfortable, or checking in to make sure you're okay after a stressful day. Sometimes it's quieter, making sure you have water during a long day, reminding you to eat if you've been busy, or texting to ask if you got home safe. These gestures are his way of saying, "Your well-being matters to me. I've got you." Men rarely show this kind of consistent, attentive protection unless there's a genuine emotional connection. Sign 7. He acts a little nervous around you. Even the most confident guys can lose their cool when feelings are involved. You might notice him fidgeting with his hands, adjusting his clothes, tapping his foot, or glancing at his phone even when he's clearly focused on you. His voice might crack slightly. He might stumble over his words or laugh a bit too quickly, not because he's amused, but because he's trying to smooth over the nervous energy bubbling inside him. It's not always clumsy nerves. Sometimes it's a heightened awareness. He might check his hair in a reflection before talking to you, overthink his texts, or pause mid-sentence because he's making sure he says the right thing. This isn't insecurity. It's a sign he values how you see him. He's consciously and unconsciously putting effort into making a good impression, which means your opinion carries weight. And in matters of the heart, that weight is often love in disguise. Here's the truth. While each of these signs on its own might just be friendliness, when you start seeing several of them together, it's almost never a coincidence. If his body language leans toward you, he remembers the details, opens up emotionally, makes extra effort, and you see those protective or nervous behaviors, the picture becomes very clear. So, next time you're wondering if he's into you, don't just focus on what he says, watch what he does.
The signs are there if you're willing to look closely. Have you ever noticed these signs in someone and later found out you were right? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to read it. And if you want to know how to take the next step once you've spotted the signs, check out my video on how to approach someone you like. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss my next upload.